Oh, what's cracking, fam? T-Money, the ham, the fucking ham back in the heezy. I am feeling fatter than ever. Oh, God. Doing these videos like every month now, it's just like I just don't like it. I'm not used to it. Hope everybody's doing well. Happy Friday evening. Um, Honestly, I just was gonna watch a movie and chill, and then I keep looking at these piles of movies over over by my computer, and I just keep thinking like, God, I gotta just put it away. I gotta just do this update and put them away. They're just taking over everything, all consuming. So that's what we're doing here tonight. I hope I got it figured out. I've got the camera facing the other way this time, so maybe if I'm lucky, it won't be reversed, but we'll find out, I guess. I thought I was doing it right the other way, so I don't really know what's going on with that. But it's been a long week. I actually got sick like on Wednesday. I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, I just felt like I had the flu. I've had a mild headache for like the last 3 or 4 days. And then Wednesday, like 4 a.m., I woke up and I was like wet and my bones were heavy and I was achy. And I was like, oh my God, please don't tell me I have contracted the Rona. Um, like, not that that's at all funny, but I was just like, please don't be the Rona. And then Thursday, I kind of felt a little bit better. Here we are Friday. And I don't know. I think my body was just like worn out. And the headaches are gone. The sweats and whatever, fever. And I don't actually know if I had a fever because I never checked. But that's all kind of, I'm feeling better. So I hope it was just maybe my body being like, dude, you're working too hard. You need a break. Chill out, that sort of thing. But I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so tonight I am going to just show you guys a shit ton of movies that I got in over the last, I don't know, month or so. And we're just going to plow through this so I can put this shit away finally, and we can kind of maybe hope to get on a more regular schedule. But all this stuff has just got to go. It's got to get categorized. It can't be, my cat can't even jump up on the windowsill anymore because of everything just all over the fucking place. So we're doing this for Pipsy and for you guys. God, I feel weird on camera now. It's like I'm not used to it, and I just feel rusty. But we'll get back. We'll get back there. So I had showed you guys last update all of the Wicked Vision like standard edition Blu-rays I got, and Hideous I said didn't come. Come to find out, for whatever reason, it was addressed to my dad. Somehow my dad's information got put into my Amazon, and I think for years it's been there actually. And so this was addressed to him, and that's why I didn't know he had it upstairs. I was like, why did you get my Hideous? And so, anyways, I got that. Funny thing is, I actually contacted Amazon and I was like, I never received Hideous, and they were like, oh, no problem, we'll refund you, and they sent me a refund for it. Usually they don't give it up that easy, but they're probably super overwhelmed with people just being like, where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? From the Rona outbreak and everything. So they gave me a free copy of Hideous. That's awesome. Great. Thanks, Amazon. I'm sure they'll survive. So yeah, no shame with that. But all right, so let's see. I guess we'll start off with some goodness from Vinegar Syndrome. This is Olivia, also known as 88 Films released this movie as well. With that, I forget the alternate title of it. It starts with a P, I think. But yeah, there's that. Really cool. I actually really dig this cover artwork. Yeah, and then Deadline, another awesome. I've never seen this movie, but there's that. Proxy, I think is it Proxy? I don't know. And Malabamba. So I think this was either March or February. Vinegar Syndrome. Then I grabbed this, and I'm just gonna plow through all this stuff. Prozzy, I think is the alternate name for Olivia. Anyways, yeah, we're just gonna plow through this. So there's Twilight Zone. Then I grabbed a few of these like classic chiller releases, the Manster. And then these are Blu-ray DVD combo packs, I believe. They're hard to get out. I have them on this rack here. Oh, come on. Edgar Allan Poe releases. Then we have this one. Cry of the Banshee. Oh, I'm sorry. So this was the Split, not the Manster. Maybe it's also known as the Manster. Is it a double feature? No. It's just the Split. Cry of the Banshee. And then... oh, last one. Probably ruining the cases by putting them in their tight quarters. Like, I shouldn't do that. Yeah, I can see I fucked that box up a little bit there. Yikes. I shouldn't have done that. And then we have Murders in the Rue Morgue. So, awesome. These are really cool. They're Blu-ray DVD combo packs. Ugh, nice catch. And Chiller Classic Collection. So these are the 3 that I have so far. They're pretty expensive, but I think Jesse has them on Diabolic too. So yeah, I'm not going to put those back there because they were too tight for this Blu-ray rack thing that I have. So, all right. Then I have this movie called Haine. I don't really know much about it, but it's from Les Fumes de Chat or whatever it is, that company that put out some really awesome stuff. French company. But yeah, this stars the great late douchebag Klaus Kinski. Never seen that one before. If you guys know about that, let me know. Then I grabbed this because it was kind of interesting. Eli Roth's History of Horror. Basically just like Eli Roth talking about history of horror. Yeah, and it looks like there's Rob Zombie, Greg Nicotero, Stephen King. So yeah, it's Cook Media release. That's cool. Then I grabbed Magic on Blu-ray, which is a classic film. So, starring the great Anthony Hopkins. It's from Second Sight. And Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I enjoyed this, so I grabbed the limited 4K Steelbook from Best Buy. This is that's like a lot of this shit I grabbed before the virus even, you know, the lockdowns and all that shit were. This is long before all that. I just haven't been doing videos lately, so I don't know why this is all scratched up like this. But Darlin', and forgive me if I showed you guys some of these. I may have. I think I might have showed you this Candyman limited edition Arrow video. I got everything like in these piles here. So some of the stuff from the last video might be in this update. My apologies for that. Tom Selleck, Runaway. 101 Films release. Then we grabbed Girl on the Third Floor, another 101 Films release. Heard mixed things about this. Heard it was really good, and then I heard somebody else say it really sucks. So it's like two opposite extremes of what it is, how good it is. Jesus, I'm already at 8 minutes. Robert the Doll. These movies are pretty bad, but whatever. It's like all of them in one Blu-ray disc, so I never have to think about that again. Lose. From Screen Media, nice release here. Good homage to 80s Euro horror. Then we have this one, Kulter Schweiss, starring the great Chucky B. I've never seen this movie. I'm trying to find the English title, but it's not giving me it. So, let me know, guys. What's the English title of this film? Couldn't tell you. But there's that. Alright, now some of the media books. I think I showed a lot of these off last week, so we'll skip those. I grabbed this vampire collection from Jesse over at Diabolic. This is a Casa Negra, or Casa Negra. Casa Negra, I believe. Casa Negra? Negra. I think the N is just kind of weird. But yeah, it's 2 films. We have El Vampiro. El Auto del Vampiro. Let's see. Masterfully described as Dracula. Oh, the Vampire and the Vampire's Coffin. Sorry. So those are the 2 films on this one. From 1957. Both of them. Black and white. So yeah, I've never seen these classic Dracula film, so I wanted to pick that up. Then I grabbed Savage Harvest 2 on DVD. I got this from Grindhouse Video, and yeah, stoked on this one because I was a big fan of the first Savage Harvest. I thought that was pretty badass indie, like kind of like an Evil Dead type movie, but I just like I thought the effects were pretty brutal and good. So I didn't even know they had a second one, so I grabbed that while perusing the site there, Grindhouse, a while ago. Then I grabbed Murder on the Emerald Seas, which is a really old Vinegar Syndrome title. This is the first film by Alan Ormsby, who did Children Should Not Play with Dead Things, among some other stuff. But yeah, so I wanted to grab that one. Jesse posted that on his site, so I swooped that up. I don't think I showed you guys this one on my last update, Dolls. It's an 84 Entertainment Media book. It's kind of an ugly cover, to be honest, but they had sold out of the classic logo cover. So I grabbed this one, which is now out of print as well. Let's see here. Really not liking how tight everything is. Grabbed a couple Shudder exclusives. Furies, I've heard good things about this one. And then Nom 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 or Mon 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 Monsters. Mon 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 Monsters. And Dark Encounter. If any of you guys have seen any of these three films, let me know how they are. If they're any good. It reminds me, I ordered the Furies on Blu-ray too. And I don't know where the fuck that is. I gotta look at that after this update. Check the status of that. Alright. Now we go over here to this huge fucking pile. Death Rage. This is a new one from Dark Force. Dark Force Entertainment. They Call Me Bruce. I got this one. It was on sale somewhere for pretty cheap. I think it... what was it? I can't remember. Half Price Books or something like that. So they were having a sale of Code Red titles, and so I got that for pretty cheap. Along with Firepower, which is Scorpion releasing. Blind Rage, this is a newer Scorpion title. Record City, another Scorpion title. Haven't really seen any of these movies, to be honest with you, but and then Uphill All the Way, another one from Scorpion Films as well. All right, Sleepless, this is a new one from Ronin Flicks, Dario Argento's Sleepless. Nice to have a nice release of this film on Blue. The Wizard, classic The Wizard. I haven't seen this movie in a long time, so stoked that it's got... I think it has a regular standard Blu-ray, but I didn't know that, so I'm glad I waited. Now I got Shout Select version, which I'm sure is better, so that's awesome. All right, then we got a bunch of Scream Factory titles. I'm just going to plow through them. Bones. Munster Go Home, which is awesome. Pisses me off. It came all creased and shit. You can see the crease right in the middle there. Scream Factory. Captain Kronos Vampire Hunter. Frankenstein the True Story. Inseminoid, which also was released by Powerhouse Indicator. And Bug. So that's cool. A bunch of good stuff from Scream Factory. And I have more right here. It's just all I could hold. So The Lost Continent. I really want to check this movie out. I've never seen it before. Camp Coldbrook, which I showed off in my last video. I thought this was okay. I saw that one. April Fool's Day. We finally had this classic on a nice Blu-ray. I love that artwork too. It's so weird, but it's great. It's good modern artwork. Curse of the Werewolf. Really stoked to have this one too. Never seen this movie, but love me some Hammer horror from 1960. Who stars in this? Oliver Reed. So that's awesome. Yeah, stoked to check that one out. Love Hammer. I Am Fear. Never seen this movie. I don't know about that one. Reminds me of like a cheap video game or something. And then Universal Horror Collection. We have the newest one of those. Collection Volume 4. I think 5 is up for pre-order, but Night Monster, House of Horrors, The Climax, and Night Key. So these are all from, I believe, the 40s. 30s and 40s. So that's awesome. All right. Couple 88 Films releases. North Sea Hijack. Love these slips and everything. Brothers Till We Die. Hero Shed No Tears. They've been putting out a lot of Asian stuff lately. A lot of Jackie Chan flicks. like Dragons Forever. I was going to say Diamonds Are Forever. Dragons Forever. Right. Then a long time ago, Twilight Time, not that long ago, but it's been a minute, probably over a month. Twilight Time had a sale, so I grabbed 6 titles from them. Alexander the Great, A Prayer for the Dying, Cowboy, Exodus, Movement of the People, Manhattan Murder Mystery, and Pesci. Motherfucking Joe Pesci. And 8 heads in a duffel bag. Can definitely tell that I'm sick because my energy is just like forceful. I'm forcing it out of me. But anyways, Ted Avery classics. Here we go. So I got a pile full of these Warner classics, and they also just did 4. Yeah, so okay, they were doing a 4 for $44 sale again, which is awesome. I love when they do that. So I grabbed Tex Avery Screwball Classics Volume 1. Some Tarzan flicks. Tarzan Goes to India. And Cleopatra Jones, which I never had on Blu-ray, so I finally made the upgrade there. Tarzan 3 Challenges. Never seen those. And V The Final Battle. This is not from the sale. I grabbed that from Diabolic, but yeah, so I got the V films now. That's cool, I guess. Then I got a stack of Kino Lorbers. Why don't you guys just take a look, see at these. Some good stuff there. Cannibal Apocalypse. I don't know, some good stuff. I love those sales. Revenge of the Ninja I finally got because I had what was it? Enter the Ninja? I can't remember. I had the first or second one forever, and I didn't have the second. Summer of Sam, which is awesome. I didn't know that Kino had put that out. That's really cool to own that. That movie's fucked up. I saw that movie in the theater with my grandma, which is fucking weird. I don't think she knew what to expect on that one, but excuse me. Dry cough. Just kidding. Oh, and I got some pins. Invisible Man. Driller Killer. So awesome. Come on. There we go. You get the idea. Good old Norman Bates. And then I grabbed, I just showed that right now. Okay. There you go. Dawn of the Dead. Rest in Peace. I think it's Joe Pilato or Joe something. Love that character in Day of the Dead. One of my faves, so that's awesome. It's actually a really cool pin. Oh, and it goes like... I think it does. No, maybe not. Oh, it does. It like opens up, but for some reason it's just closed. But it opens up. His just stomach opens up. Sorry, that was pitiful. All right, so, whew, let's go on to the next pile, I guess. Fit to Kill, got a couple Andy Sidaris films. So, Hard Hunted and Fit to Kill, just fun cheeseball 80s action flicks. The Possession, starring Sarah Michelle Gellar. Exeter from the director of, I think, Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Friday the 13th remake. Forget his name. Marcus Nispel. This movie is actually pretty good. A little demonic possession movie. A bunch of kids go into this like abandoned place and do a seance, and then they all get possessed. It's pretty good. Blood Widow. I absolutely love this slasher movie. If you guys haven't seen this, check it out. I didn't know there was a Blu-ray, and then Terror for Tom showed it off a few months back. So I picked it up. I think it was Terror for Tom. Either Terror for Tom or You and Your Horror Movies. The Sonata. I don't know much about this one, but grabbed it. Legend of Boggy Creek. Excellent documentary. I still haven't watched this yet, but I have to because I'm a big fan of this, and finally has a Blu-ray. And I remember the picture quality always being really bad on the Cheesy Flicks release. So that's cool. Color of Space. I haven't seen this one yet either. I've heard mixed things on it. Stray Cat Rock Standard Edition. Passion of Darkly Moon. I've never seen this one. Brendan Fraser, Ashley Judd, Viggo Mortensen. Sound pretty good though. Cinema Paradiso. I've had this forever. I don't know how that fucking got in there. Huh, I think I took it from upstairs. Knives and Skin. This is IFC Midnight. It's just Shout Factory release, not Scream Factory. But I forget who directed this, but they did. Let's see. Does it say? No. It did something familiar, but VFW finally grabbed this on 4K. Still haven't gotten around to watching it yet, but I'm stoked too. I really like that director. So yeah, Uncut Gems. Heard mixed things on this one as well. Not a big Adam Sandler fan, but maybe in a more serious role I'll like him. Then I grabbed Verotica, maybe. See, this is how old this is. People showed this off like months ago. Written and directed by Danzig, so that's cool. Johnny Gruesome, another one. This is from the Horror Pack Limited Edition. I grabbed this after watching, I think, You and Your Horror Movies show it off. Sounded pretty good. Some high school kids out in the woods. That sort of thing, I think. High school, seniors, blah, 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 rebel. When Johnny is murdered, they rebel. Eric Carter and Rebel Johnny Grissom are best friends. When Johnny's murdered while on a drunken joyride, his killer Gary persuades Eric and Johnny's girlfriend Karen to help him make the death appear accidental. Before long, Johnny rises from the grave. Some good practical effects, it looks like, at least, on the back here. And revenge is on his mind. So that's cool. That's that. Johnny Gruesome. The Being, just some Walmart trash Blu-ray. I have no idea. Slaughterhouse, Slumber Party. Really stoked to check this one out. Kind of like an homage to 80s, I think, like slasher and possession flicks. And it's from Dustin Mills, who did Heart Attack, which I absolutely love. So that's cool. Let's see. 99 Women. Finally picked this one up. Just kind of waiting on it for some stupid reason, but notorious French version that includes Jess Franco film. Another Jess Franco sleaze fest. Then we grabbed The Mad Musician. I don't know why I say we. I hate when people say that. And we, it's definitely me, not we, down here. So, Mad Musician, Powerhouse. Night of the Living Dead, George Romero. I think it's like a documentary, or it's like a fan, what do you call it? A fan documentary, 25th anniversary edition. Yeah, so that's cool. I love Romero. Dracula vs. Frankenstein. This movie fucking rocks. I don't know why I bought this. I already own it, but I saw that Grindhouse Video Tampa only had one left, and I'm like a hoarder, so I was like, you know, I love this movie. If it goes out of print, I want to have 2 copies. So, and I'm crazy, so that's why. It's ridiculous, right? It's insane. That was my train of thought on that one, but then I grabbed this, An Ideal Place to Kill. This is a new limited, or not new, but newish. In the last round of releases from Mondo Macabro, Umberto Lenzi. I love Umberto Lenzi, but I've never seen this film. I got number 101 out of 1,000, An Ideal Place to Kill. Phase 4. This movie's pretty good. It also has an Olive Films release, I believe. But I grabbed this one too. From 101 Films, because I love these like black label releases that they put out with the boxes. I just gotta collect them. They're sexy. They look nice on the shelf, and they're really high quality. Of course, you got a thick booklet. It's just like an Arrow hard box release, just a little bit thinner, which is actually good because it saves space. So that's awesome. Then I grabbed this Indicator, Gorgeousness. This is the Hammer Volume 5, Death and Deceit. So you can read those titles there. Pirates at Blood River. I got number 1279 out of 6,000. So this is another beautiful release from Indicator. I love them. They do the box sets, the what do you call it? I don't know. They do it justice. They do a great job. Scandal. I've never seen this movie. I think I showed that off in my last update. Satanica Pandemonium. I had to grab this one too. This was with An Ideal Place to Kill. They both came out in the last. Usually when Mondo Macabro does it, they do like 2 red case editions at once. So I got number 107 out of 1,000 on this one. This movie's fucked up. The chick from Dusk Till Dawn, Salma Hayek actually is based on, her role is based on this film right here. So that's awesome. Her name, I think, Santonica Pandemonium. Then I got this beautiful Parasite box set from, it's a 4K UK release from Cook Films. So this is really sexy. I love these trailer traumas. This is 70s Action Attack. So this is the newest trailer trauma. Love that cover artwork too. It's so cool. Karate Tiger 5. Some sort of 70s or 80s. Excuse me. Some sort of like 80s fighting movie. Like a Street Fighter type movie. You know what I mean? Like the American Ninja type movie. Something like that. And then I grabbed this double feature of Guns of Navarone and The Bridge on the River Kwai, because I recently grabbed the Guns of Navarone Part 2 from Kino Lorber, and so I wanted to have the first one as well, so that's that. Hanukkah, this is the last film I think that Sid Haig ever did, so that's kind of sad. I've heard mostly that this movie is not very good, but a terrifying new tale of horror. A group of Jewish young adults are getting ready for the holidays, but in for a festival of frights. With the help of a wise rabbi, they deduce that they are being targeted because they have violated Judaic law, and that their only chance of survival is to embrace their faith. An outrageously violent horror movie that pays homage to graphic 80s cinema with a Hebraic twist and a seemingly endless supply of chutzpah. So that is, yeah, I've heard it's pretty bad though. That sucks. Sounds good. House of Forbidden Secrets. I grabbed this one from Grindhouse Video Tampa. It's another like limited Blu-ray BDR release, indie horror film. The movie's okay. I didn't love it, but it's okay. Bonnie's Kids and Centerfold Girls. I don't know if I showed this off. I may have. Double feature here. I don't even know of what. Station 6 Sahara. Some sort of like action espionage thriller spy movie. I'm not sure. Bond ripoff, maybe. Of course, I had to grab this. Yes, I did. Love this movie so much. I had to go 2 times with it. 2 times for your ass. Fucking love this movie. So good. If you haven't checked out Beyond the Door, do it. Alright, where are we? Cool, I've already gone through all this, so we are making good time, actually. Wow. Great. Alright, so, next up. Problem is with this stack here, I think I've shown most of this, so we're doing pretty good here. Yeah. Yeah. I think I showed all this off, so we'll stop with that. This is a new one from Severin Films, When the Wind Blows. It's the End of the World animated classic. I've never seen it before, but I had to pick it up, support Severin, so... there have been enough post-Holocaust nuclear winter films to constitute a genre, says Time Out, but there has never been anything quite like this. 3 decades after it first shattered audiences worldwide, Severin Kids, so this is the second one, I think, from Severin Kids. They put out the Peanut Butter Solution, and I think they put out one other one. Maybe this is number 3. They're not labeled, which is kind of weird. I don't see a label. If it is, then it's being blocked by the wrap. Oh, you son of a bitch. Sucks. Hold on one sec, guys. I left my razor blade upstairs, so I've been stressing down here lately. Struggling. Yeah, there's not any thing on the side that says, so I guess they're not going to be labeled, but there was one other film I thought that was a Severin Kids aside from this, but anyways, yeah, so some sort of end of the world animated classic. Alright. So I grabbed some really cool stuff from Fright Rags. Why don't we just go all out and do it all? This is actually, I've had this for a while down here. I haven't opened it, but... yeah. So I always was a big fan of this logo. So, of course, I wanted to grab it on a hoodie. I actually sold my 4XL of this to somebody because once upon a time I lost a lot of weight. Couldn't tell now, but I'm going to get there again, guys. I've gained a lot of weight this winter, and I'm not happy about it. So we'll get back there. But that's a really cool poster. Let's see. I said poster, but I meant hoodie. All right. And then here we have another hoodie, which is super rad, from the classic April Fool's Day. So that's really awesome as well. It smells so fresh. I love it. So lovely. I love it. So cool. All right, so those are done. Now we have, I'm just going to do everything tonight, guys. So it's going to be a long video, but it's going to be worth it. It's going to be a lot. Warlock Trilogy Uncut. This is from NSM Records. They're not doing the holographic or lenticular ones anymore, but I love their media books. And I'm not a big fan of the Warlock films. The first one's okay, but I could really take or leave that franchise, really. But whatever, I got it. So did I show you guys this? I think I did. Yeah, I showed you that in the last update. I know I did. And then I think I showed you this too. I can't even remember what this movie's called. Let me know. Straight Edge Kegger. This is a new one from Scream Team, I think. Sounds pretty good, though. I always thought straight edge kids were kind of punks, I guess, for lack of a more harsh description. I don't know. They always thought they were so fucking cool, and that just always pissed me off. So I want to see some straight edge kids die. And then we have Hell Riders. This is Vinegar Syndrome VSA title. Super cool. I don't know how I didn't see this or get that, but I signed up for the whole thing, but I don't think it includes VSA titles, so go figure, right? I had to grab that one. All right, we're almost done. The only thing I have left, I think, is 2 packages. One from Grindhouse Video. I actually flew through that. It's nice not having to talk about everything. All right, let's see. This package actually took a long time to get here. It's probably got coronavirus all over it. But it's okay. I'll wash my hands when I'm done. Baker Man, this was ridiculously expensive. I don't know why these, what are they, Dark Side releasing films. They're like totally fucking overpriced. Like this is almost $30. But I was looking for like one last thing to get the free shipping deal, and it was this. It was like the only thing that I really wanted. But never corner a baker. Jens has accepted far too much for far too long. Being the shy night owl he is, he keeps to himself. But the world will not let him be. The new master baker's quality starts slackening, and when a bunch of yobs one day smash the window of Jen's car, he takes one of them out with a tire iron. Intoxicated by his own new unexpressed vigor, Jens comes out of his shell, but the destructive driving force leads him towards a free fall. David Noel Burke has constantly worked from making underground genre films to stylish art house works, culminating in this disturbing Danish counterpart to Falling Down. So, sounds kind of good. I guess one man's descent into madness, one baker man's descent into madness. I just wish these titles weren't $30. It's really not. Especially when you don't get like a nice slipcover. It's nothing. It's just like a BDR. Like, come on. Yeah. I think it's a BDR for fucking $30. Come on now. What's up with that? But that's Baker Man. Then I have I See You, which is a new one from MVD Marquee. Stallone. A brutal serial killer is targeting cops, and a detective is on the warpath. But now the killer is making it personal, and this dedicated agent is twisted in an emotional nightmare. Time is running out, and so are the options, as Malloy engages in an extreme game of cat and mouse with a killer who won't be stopped. So that's cool. This film is from 2002. I See You. And then last but not least, for the Grindhouse video stuff, we have Radio Flash. This is a Scream Factory or Shout Select title. I've heard good things about this film, so I wanted to grab it. And it says teenager Reese, I guess Brayton Sarbino from The Walking Dead. I don't know what role she played, but oh, I see Charlie too from Survival, or from fuck. You guys know what I'm talking about. Fucking what's his name? Dominic Monog. No, yeah, but him from Lost. Anyways, this teenager has a love for virtual reality role playing and a knack for beating even the toughest survival games. But when a nuclear strike causes an electromagnetic pulse that cuts off all power, water, and communication to the entire western United States, Reese finds herself plunged into an all-too-real fight to survive. As pandemonium grips her city, Reese and her father, played by Charlie, set out on a desperate journey in search of safety. A perilous trek through a world gone mad, where every encounter with a stranger could be their last. Sounds like some regurgitated stories from yesteryear. I don't know why I said that, but I just felt it had to come out. But yeah, so I don't know. I've heard good things. Radio Flash. All right. Last but not least, we do have a pretty heavy-duty package from my man, motherfucking Jesse, a Diabolic motherfucking DVD. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so you guys ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Down, 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 down. Remember when you were young kids and you went to like your like what did they call it? Family fun night, and they had like the music playing, and there was always like the cool kids in the corner. It was like held in like a basketball gymnasium, and they had the music going, and it was like you just felt like, oh man, I gotta compete with these cool cats. That was when life was good. The little things. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Sorry, guys. All right, you ready? Ready to hold it steady? We got a big stack here, guys. Big stack. All right. Pretty Smart. This is a new one from Scorpion releasing. Never seen this movie before, but it stars a girl from Chud 2, so that's really awesome. Seems like it's some sort of like teenage sex comedy, maybe. Shadow Play. Dee Wallace. An erotic supernatural thriller. So that's awesome. Another one from Scorpion. The Keep. Grab this DVD because this movie's awesome and it needs a good release. I feel like I was holding off on buying this just because I feel like it's gonna be like Spookies, where they come out with like a decent DVD and then within a year we get a really nice Blu-ray. But I bought it. I can't hold back. Then the Taisho trilogy, because I never owned like the special edition of this from Arrow, but this is Arrow Academy. So I don't really know anything about these movies. So after more than a decade in the wilderness, following his firing from Nikatsu for Branded to Kill, Maverick director Seijun Suzuki returned with a vengeance with his critically praised triptych of cryptic supernatural dramas set during the liberal enlightenment of Japan's Taisho era. So that's cool. These are going to be interesting for sure. Then I grabbed this really nice. I love these Eureka slipcovers. They're sexy. What is this called? 20 Warriors from the Magic Mountain. One of the most important cinematic achievements in Hong Kong cinema. Su Hark Zhu's Warriors from the Magic Mountain birthed the modern-day special effects industry in Hong Kong and influenced filmmakers around the world, including John Carpenter, who credited the film as his inspiration for Big Trouble in Little China. So that's awesome. Really stoked to have that. Really nice release. Tons of special features. Hopefully you guys can read that. Alrighty, then we have some more stuff here. The McPherson tape. This is one from AGFA. So that's cool. I don't know much about this, actually. The world's first found footage horror movie. I thought the world's first found footage horror movie was that other one. Not Blair Witch Project. Fill me in, guys. Anyways, apparently this is. A decade before the Blair Witch Project redefined the horror landscape, there was the McPherson tape. On October 8th, The Last Broadcast is the film that I'm talking about. But anyways, October 8th, 1983, the McPherson family gathered together to celebrate the 5th birthday of Michelle, the littlest member of their household. Everything was captured on VHS by Michael McPherson in his new camcorder, including the alien invasion shot for $6,000 by the first-time filmmaker Dean Alioto in 1989. This movie blends the production design of JC's haunted house with a dead serious tone to forge a fun, hypnotic nightmare that appends the concept of reality. Due to a warehouse fire at the original distribution company, the McPherson tape was never legitimately released. AGFA plus Bleeding Skull are proud to present the home video premiere of this important milestone in shot-on-video horror history, newly preserved from the 3/4 master tape. So it says Close Encounters of the First Kind, Close Encounters of the Second Kind, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. The uncut video footage from the Northwoods, Connecticut UFO Case 77 McPherson tape. So that's awesome. Is this real? Did this really happen? I don't know. All right, and Heart of Dragon. This is a new one from 88 Films, starring the man, Jackie Chan. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but it did, so that's perfect. Heart of Dragon. Yeah, so they've been releasing a lot of Jackie Chan movies, as well as another Umberto Lenzi classic, Seven Bloodstained Orchids. I do believe I have this on another high-definition release, but I love this movie, and I love giallos, and I love Umberto Lenzi, so I had to grab the 88 Films release because 88 Films kicks ass. Enough said. And then last but not least, for the films on the left side, we have Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Yes, I have to grab a copy of this for my coworker because he's obsessed with Elvira and he will love me forever if I give this to him. And I do have the Region B release, so maybe I should just not be stingy and a hoarder and give him this, but because he deserves it completely. But this movie's awesome, really cool. All right, and then got some more goodness here. All right, so like a week ago, I got a package from Jesse, and it literally got destroyed in the postal, or whatever, in the mail. It got like ran over by a fucking mail truck. Everything was demolished, and 2 of the 3 films in that were these right here: Arrow's new releases of The Wind and Why Don't You Just Die. So Jesse was kind enough to send me replacements, as the other ones were completely destroyed. The discs were fine, but the cases were like beyond mangled. I even told him, you know, I could probably make do with The Wind, because this one got crushed. The Wind was like sort of salvageable, but he just sent me him because he's the fucking man. But anyway, so he sent me these again, obviously in this package. The Wind is from Nico Mastorakis, who's done a lot of films, all which have been like brought to life through Arrow. Island of Death, Hired to Kill. There's a bunch of Nico Mastorakis films, but this one sounds pretty good. Mystery novelist Jan Sanderson arrives in the remote Greek town of Monemvasia. Elias Appleby, the pompous British landlord of the house she's renting warns her of two dangers: the wind, which gets dangerously strong at night, and Phil, his sleazy and suspicious American handyman. As night falls and the wind starts howling, Sian witnesses the shocking sight of Phil burying Elias's body in a shallow grave in his front garden. Trapped indoors from the raging, tree branch breaking wind, Sian must play a deadly game of cat and mouse with the murderous Phil, who will stop at nothing to silence this inconvenient witness. A tense and thrilling blend of Euro horror and late 80s slasher, The Wind is a stock and slash hidden gem. Presented here for the first time on Blu-ray. Get ready to be blown away. No pun intended, guys. That's awesome. That sounds fucking good. Love that Arrow artwork. Then this is a modern film. Kirill Sokolov, Why Don't You Just Die? Shades of early Tarantino, Edgar Wright, and Sam Raimi abound in this violent, stylish, riotously entertaining, entertaining slice of family life, Moscow style, described as splatterpunk action, comedy drenched in gleefully dark Russian humor. Not a big fan of horror comedy. Matt V has just one objective: to gain entry to his girlfriend's parents' apartment and kill her father, Andrei, with a hammer to restore her honor. But all is not as it initially seems, as Matt V's attempts to bludgeon the family's patriarch to death don't quite go as planned, as Andrei proves a more formidable, not to mention ruthless opponent than he anticipated, and Matt V, for his part, proves stubbornly unwilling to die. That sounds kind of fun. I like a good horror comedy. I'm just not a huge fan of the subgenre. Alright. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. I'm getting tired of talking, guys. Whew! The Cremator, which also has a UK release from a good company. I can't remember the name, but this is the Criterion Collection release. 1969. Czechoslovakian New Wave iconoclast Giles Herr's terrifying, darkly comic vision of the horrors of totalitarian ideologies stars a supremely chilling Rudolf Hertzley as the pathologically morbid crematorium manager in 1930s Prague, who believes fervently that death offers the only true relief from human suffering. So this sounds amazing. And then, of course, we have Monster Dog. This is the third one with The Wind and Why Don't You Just Die that got completely mangled. So now I have a nice copy of this. I love Camera Obscura. They do an amazing job with all of their releases. And I love this movie. Actually saw it for the first time recently with the Scorpion Films release of the film. But I just love this cover artwork. Love this company, so I had to grab that. Really nice. All right, and now down to the last stack of media books. Just 3, and I'm done. First up, bam, had to grab it. Look at that fucking cover artwork. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. So now I have this gorgeous cover artwork and this gorgeous cover artwork. And I love this film, so yes, super psyched. All right, and Black Torment, had to grab this. Gothic, Euro horror, Wicked Vision, love Wicked Vision. I actually was going to order Tales that Witness Madness, but I have it coming from Wicked Vision, which is currently not shipping to the US due to the coronavirus. So I was like, should I get it? But no, it's coming, so I can wait. Anyways, Black Torment, awesome. Gothic style horror. And then Scars of Xavier, which is a new supernatural serial killer movie. I don't know much about it, but got it. Check it out. So it's awesome. Never heard of this company. Red Screen releasing, or Raw Side, one of the two, in conjunction with Wicked Vision. Wicked Vision be killing it these days. They're top-notch media company. All right, guys, I am done. I am out of breath. Good to see you, as always. Yeah, so I don't know when I'll be back because I literally just purged everything. So good to see you guys, as always. Stay safe. Try not to get the coronavirus. Take care of your loved ones. Be good. Love you. Peace.